page. And I will also be recording it on the computer, so the Zoom record button will show when we start recording. I'll be going live on Facebook in about
as
so for those
members from other organizations, the Mariners Society, Himachala Seafarers Association, members of the Nautical Institute, CMMI, IMEI, and all the organizations who are being come and being part of this event. Good afternoon to all of you. Thank you and welcome to this event. Uh, on behalf of the Nautical Institute, I welcome each one of you to this event. Before I even start this event, I just have a request to all of you. Before I come to my request, I need to share something on my screen. So just give me 30 seconds. Yeah, okay. So my request, just before start of this event, we've had two very unfortunate incidents in Kerala yesterday, two events. One was the landslide and a plane crash where we've had a few casualties. So before I start this event, I request all of you, let's have a 1 minute silence for the victims of these two events. Thank you. So once again, on behalf of the Nautical Institute, I thank you and welcome you. Some of you have joined us on a very short notice. Thank you for that. As we are all aware of this pandemic and the severe impact of this pandemic globally, it has almost brought life to standstill. Almost everything is stopped and not moving. The shipping industry is no exception. We have also been badly impacted by this pandemic. But if you ask me one thing that is still moving, I would say it is the ships out there in the oceans, carrying goods, which are lifelines for many people across the world. So even though we are going through this pandemic and crisis, the ships are moving, supplying essential goods across the world. And if those ships have to move, we need seafarers. The seafarers are the ones which are moving the ships and giving this world a lifeline. So this event is basically a recognition of all those seafarers who are out at sea and on their leave, in recognition of the good work and sacrifices that they do to keep this lifeline moving. It is not just the seafarers. Uh, we had people working ashore behind the curtains, helping the seafarers to come back and join up with their families, as well as those who are on leave, allowing them to continue their employment, which is basically their livelihood, to earn their bread and butter. So there are people ashore who are working behind the scenes. As I mentioned, there are seafarers. So this event is basically in recognition of all those fellow seafarers and the people ashore who are working for a cause. MSC, as you know, is one of the largest shipping companies in the world. MSc Crewing Services India have probably more than 10,000 plus seafarers, Indian seafarers, sailing on their cargo as well as cruise ships. And MSc has taken, under the able leadership of Captain Bazin, has taken really efforts during this challenging times of the pandemic. So that is why we are having this event, to appreciate all those who have contributed in in keeping the lifeline on, in helping the seafarers towards the seafarers' welfare, especially signing on and signing off those seafarers. So this is an event to recognize all of you, to appreciate all your efforts, and the Nautical Institute London and with its India branches are very happy to do this event, appreciating all you real heroes out there. Just before an event, as you know, we have some small little etiquettes of the event. I'm not able to play my presentation, but I hope all of you know that we have people connecting from London, we have people from Australia, we have people from Cyprus, we have people from all across our country, from Sri Lanka, and so on. We have people joining us from middle of Atlantic and Pacific from their ships. So let's respect their time. And I need your support to keep this event on track and keep on schedule. So I request all of you to follow the etiquettes of an online event, to keep your mics muted, allow us to overcome the bandwidth issues if you can keep your cameras off so that we can keep everything on schedule. And please don't present anything on the screen so that we can have a smooth conduct of this event. So once again, welcome you all. Without taking much of your time, I now get on with our itinerary and invite Captain Tom Joseph, who is the president of the Indian Southwest Nautical Institute branch based out of Cochin, to welcome all the guests of this event. Over to you, Captain Tom.
Thank you, Captain Vinod. Distinguished guests, fellow members, colleagues and friends, a good day to all. The world today is passing through a very emergent situation, and the seafarers at sea continue to sail, transporting essential cargo from port to port across the globe. Whereas situation was not conducive for regular and trouble-free crew change, we at India Southwest branch of NI decided in consultation with NI London to appreciate the agencies and teams that made crew change a reality during lockdown period as well. This meeting is particularly to highlight the commendable actions taken by Msc crewing. Let me take the privilege of introducing and welcoming our distinguished guests today. Ms. Gillian Carson Jackson, FNI, President of Nautical Institute London, graduated from the Canadian Coast Guard College as a navigation officer in 6. Since then, Gillian has worked both afloat and ashore, including 10 years as an instructor at the Canadian Coast Guard College. Following an active role at Ayala in the development of VTS training, she moved to France to work with Ayala as technical coordination manager.
Sound forgive. No.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
In 2006, she moved to Australia to work with the Australian Maritime Safety Authority as manager of vessel traffic and heritage services. After 10 years in 2016, Gillian left AMSA to set up her own consultancy, ACJ Consulting, focusing on maritime technical advice and education. In May 2020, Gillian was appointed as Director of Global Met. Gillian represents the Nautical Institute at Ayala as Chair at the Emerging Digital Technologies Working Group and the Personnel and Training Working Group. She holds a postgraduate degree in education from University of Toronto. Gillian belongs to the Nautical Institute Southeast Australia branch. He is Fellow of the Nautical Institute and Fellow of the Royal Institute of Navigation. NI India Southwest Cochin branch extends a warm virtual welcome to Ms. Gillian Carson Jackson, the NI President. Captain John Lloyd, FNI, CEO of NA London, began his 16-year-long seagoing career in 1975, gaining command in 1987. Captain Lloyd has extensive experience in maritime education and training, which includes 4 years in senior position at Flagship Training UK, 10 years in senior position at Warsaw Maritime Academy UK, 2 years as CEO of Vanuatu Maritime College, and 7 years as professor in the National Centre for Ports and Shipping at the Australian Maritime College, Tasmania. While at AMC, he was away to Angola on a 2 years leave of absence to set up the Angolan Maritime Training Center. From AMC, Captain Lloyd came to the NI London. Earlier, he was the Chief Operating Officer of NI when he had overall responsibility for the Institute's specialized training services, including the industry standard, dynamic positioning operator, accreditation and certification scheme. Captain John Lloyd is a fellow of the Nautical Institute, a Royal Navy Reserve officer, and has an MBA. Captain Lloyd visited us here in Cochin in 2018 for NA Cochin chapter AGM and annual family meet, which was held together with CMMI Cochin chapter. On behalf of NA India Southwest Cochin chapter, I extend a warm virtual welcome to Captain John Lloyd, CEO, the NA London. A special welcome to Captain Bhuvanesh Puri, GM, Training, and Ms. Nita Jha, also from the Training Department of MSc Crewing. On behalf of NA Southwest, I welcome to this virtual meeting Captain Rahul Patania, who has recently signed off MSc Isabella, who will be sharing with us his experience on recent crew change, and Class, who is now on high seas on board MSc Meena, who will share with us his experience with MSc. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest today is Captain MP Bhasin, Managing Director of MSc Crewing Services. He manages placement and training of seafarers for 131 cargo ships and 17 cruise ships of Mediterranean Shipping Company. Captain Bhasin started his sea career in 1980 and has sailed on most types of main fleet vessels. In 2001, after almost 10 years in command of vessels, he shifted ashore, involving himself in manning and training. In 2005, MSc started their own manning offices in India, and Captain Bhasin is the founder trustee member. He was actively involved in setting up MSc offices in India and streamlining the procedures, which are now giving fruitful results. Now, MSc has offices in Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Patna, Chennai, and Kochi. Ever since he took over crewing in MSc, there were visible good changes all over. Sea staff were relieved on time, salaries were streamlined and made transparent, and rejoining was without any delays. Crew welfare activities on board were improved, with even a special MLC auditor visiting ships annually for the specific purpose. I have reliable information from his sea staff that he makes immense interest in sorting out personal issues of crew, and above all, he is a man of words. With his charming personality and his immense will to fulfill his commitments to the crew, he has endeared himself to all on board. Needless to mention, he has a personal touch when it comes to solving personal issues of his crew members. Captain Bhasin has presented various professional papers in different maritime seminars in India and abroad, and he is associated with several marine forums and associations. MSc is distinguished in taking on an average 1 yard delivery of 9,000 TEU container vessel every month for 17 months continuously. In 2019, MSc delivered the largest container ship of the world, 23,769 TEU, fully manned by Indians, and now they have 4 such mega container ships. In 2017, he took over MSc Cruise Ships Seafarers Recruitment and Training. MSc-owned cruise in-house training establishment is being set up, and it will have training of over 100 different ranks on accolades have been received by him for MSc, but most prestigious are Best Foreign Employer of the Indian Seafarers, twice awarded at National Maritime Day by DG Shipping. Ship Manager of the Year continuously years in a row. Captain Bhasin strongly believes that hard work with team spirit and mutual respect will always put you on right path and will take you in the right direction. Nautical Institute India Southwest extends a warm virtual welcome to Captain M.B. Bhasin, MD, MSc Crewing India, and his team. On behalf of NA India Southwest, I extend a hearty welcome to Captain Joseph Alapat, FNI, Deputy Conservator of Cochin Port and Vice President of NA India Southwest, our past presidents, Captain J.K. Thomas, FNI, Captain John Meneses, FNI, and all other members of NA India Southwest, and other distinguished guests, colleagues, friends, and all our seafarers who are watching us now onshore as well as at sea. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Tom Joseph. That was so nice of you. Listening to all the good things you've been telling about MSc, I feel like going back and sailing with MSc. Thank you so much for welcoming our guests. As you know, the Nautical Institute, we are headquartered at London, and we do have branches in India. We have in northern part of India, northwest, we have one in south, southwest, and we have a branch in East India also. To talk more about the Nautical Institute, of course, we do have, I believe, 50 plus branches across the world, 7,000 plus members across the world and counting. To give you an introduction about the Nautical Institute, I invite our current president, Ms. Gillian Carson Jackson, to give you a talk. Over to you, Ms. Gillian.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the initiative to do these certificates of appreciation. It is so important that we recognize the very good news stories that we have that are coming out. We do see tragedy. We do see the difficulties that are happening. COVID-19 has certainly proved a huge challenge. But what is interesting to see is that there are companies and there are approaches that are being taken that are very successful, and that is wonderful to see. Crew change at the best of times is very, very complicated. It's a logistical challenge to get all of those people to and from the ships, from the countries with all the visas. And during COVID-19, it's become all but impossible. So the success stories that we are seeing make it that much more important that we recognize and we support you. The Nautical Institute is the organization for maritime professionals. And that is a maritime professional both afloat and ashore. Navigation officers, masters, pilots, VTS operators, surveyors, harbor masters, pilots. So we have a wonderful, great group of expertise that's available to us. And the Nautical Institute is very proud of the role that they can play in supporting our members who are also involved in all of this crew change activity. So it's a real great pleasure for me to be here from Australia, from Canberra, Australia, where it's very cold. I heard you talking about the temperatures. We're in the middle of winter here. So it is quite chilly, but it's nice to have the warmth that we see on the screen. And it is an honor to be here and represent the Nautical Institute.
Thank you, Ms. Gillian, coming us from Canberra, Australia. Before I invite the next speaker, let me just quickly welcome a few of them who have joined. I can see Dr. K.S. Simon, Captain Philip Matthews, Captain Dinesh Jairam. Welcome to all of you to this event. The Nautical Institute, as I mentioned, is headquartered in London with branches across the world. We are an NGO to IMO. We have a voice at the IMO. We are part of the policy making with IMO wherever possible. We do conduct a lot of activities at the Nautical Institute, a lot of events around the year. To speak about those activities that we do from our Nautical Institute, London, as well as other branches, I invite our CEO, Captain John Lloyd, to give you a talk. Over to you, Captain John.
Captain Vinod, thank you so much for the introduction, and thank you to everybody who's given their time today to join us. And Captain Tom, thank you very much for the introductions. It's very much appreciated. I'm delighted to be here. Certainly, the impact of COVID-19 has brought us all the opportunity to reflect on our priorities in so many different ways. And as the professional body for the maritime community, one of the things we wanted to concentrate on very quickly and very early on was the provision of information that's relevant not only to our members, but the whole maritime community. And so we built and constructed a dedicated COVID-19 coronavirus section to our website. And that's not restricted to our members. It's open to everybody. And what we try and do is to recognize that there is so much information out there, and it's not just about piling everything in and saying, find it if you can. We filtered that information. We've concentrated on what is the most important. We're particularly keen to share best practice where people have found innovative solutions to dealing with matters, whether it's crew management, crew changes, and so on and so forth. So that's been an important part of what we've done. We also conduct a range of training courses, which we used to do face-to-face. And I'm very pleased that we've been able to shift those into an online blended learning delivery, and particularly sustaining that continuing professional development effort is very much part of the core value that we stand for, as I know it does with MSc. And looking at things like navigation assessments, competency assessment on board, and so on, remains fundamental to what we do. And of course, our channels of communication have changed considerably, and we run almost every week a webinar which has a great attendance globally, covering a range of subjects from blockchain to the contemporary learning opportunities to our mariners alerting and reporting scheme. So we've delivered a whole range of webinars across the globe in different time zones, including startup technologies introduced by one of our younger member council. So it's important for us as a professional body that, as well as supporting the current efforts in the crisis, that we continue to deliver on our core mission of helping professionals in the maritime sector to develop themselves and their contribution to the organisation. And really, the certificates of appreciation are here to help us recognise those outstanding achievements that have been made by organisations such as MSc. So I'm looking forward to the formality of those presentations. I congratulate Captain Bassin and his team for all the work that has gone into that. And it's not only about great leadership, it's about great teamwork. And I'm sure we'll be hearing more of that as we go through the rest of the session. So, Captain Vinod, thank you.
Thank you, Captain John. Ms. Gillian, I've got a few requests coming up that our chat box is not enabled. People would like to put in their compliments in the chat box. So if it is deactivated, please activate it, Ms. Gillian and our IT team.
I don't believe it's deactivated. I see a number of chats that have been going out.
Okay, great.
So you should be able to activate the chat box. You have to hover your mouse over the pictures and then see the button that says chat, and then open it up. So it may not be open on your screen, but I have seen a number of chats come out, which is lovely to see. And we also are getting a lot of lovely comments on the Facebook page. I'm also monitoring that.
That's great. That's great. So moving on to the next item on the itinerary, Ms. Gillian, I request you to play the presentation introducing MSc to the participants.
Just give me a second while I share the screen. Make sure I get to the right screen. I will share that screen. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes.
The correct screen, because it's not showing that it's sharing from this side a second.
It was showing, but it's come back again. Can you stop and start?
Get that gone. Okay. I will. Is that ready to go? Share screen.
Yes. Yes.
Very good.
Okay. Yes. Okay, it's on. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Gillian, for playing up that wonderful video. Let me also invite the viewers watching us on Sailors Today YouTube as well as Facebook. Also, the team MSc from Genoa, Italy, watching us live on this event. Next up, I would invite Mrs. Neeta Jha, Head of Group Learning and Organizational Development, I believe joining from Limassol, Cyprus. Over to you, Ms. Jha.
Yeah, thank you, Captain Vinod. Greetings on behalf of MSc Ship Management. We are very much thankful to the Nautical Institute for this appreciation to our Captain Basin and our MSc team. MSc Ship Management Limited, Cyprus, is today amongst biggest in-house ship management organizations in the world, and it has been exponential growth over the year, mirroring the growth of its parent organization, MSc. Today, it manages over 250 vessels, employing over 15,000 crew members. With its multifaceted action and corporate social responsibility, MSc Ship Management has consistently set that the highest of standards in environmental protection, in nurturing and developing human talent, and in giving back to the community. The company's commitment to innovation and ambitious green targets and investments made towards this has been recognized with multiple awards in Cyprus and internationally. MSc is strongly committed to contribute to realization of the UN's 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and is an active member of the UN Global Compact. MSc invests in innovative and available low-carbon technologies, enhancing its energy efficiency and operational efficiency for promoting a sustainable use of the sea and marine resources. MSc's modern green fleet was greatly enhanced in recent years by a retrofitting program. We have invested extensively in the latest generation of marine technologies, such as new energy efficient propellers and boats to reduce fuel consumption and therefore improve our energy efficiency. Our new vessels of Gulson class with 23,750 EU size are among world's biggest container vessels and have the lowest carbon footprint by design, 7.49 CO2 emission in grams per transport work. Our focus on reskilling crew is key to sustainability, and we make huge investments in their professional training and soft skill training. Growing and developing our people is an integral part of our company's culture. At MSc, we believe that people are the most important factor in the organization's performance. Our focus on our people's leadership abilities has contributed to our current growth and success, keeping our shore and on-board team motivated at all times. Health and well-being of our people is top priority for MSc. Family culture is embedded into MSc's group values, and we have utmost regard for diversity at workplace. Along with embracing such diversity, engagement with the founding family, the Ponte family instills us with pride, dedication, and commitment to work, as it also gives us a sense of belongingness. As an essential cog for global trade, it is imperative that MSc keeps the world moving despite the difficult operating condition we have all been experiencing. We recognize that this year has been especially hard times on our seafarers, and we are grateful to them for their unwavering dedication. MSc started implementing robust new health protection measures beginning in January 2020 across our fleet, and these are put in place whenever necessary. We know well that no crisis ever fits the plan, and organizations inevitably need to find ways to adapt and evolve. Resilience is in DNA of our company. Strong bond and rapport between shore team and on-board team has helped us navigate through these challenging times in a calm manner. MSc crewing officers have been in close contact with our seafarers and their families to provide support during this period. Our company is working collectively through the industry association such as World Shipping Council, BIMCO, and via our National Shipping Association through the International Chamber of Shipping to further improve the situation for our seafarers. We have also engaged directly with intergovernmental bodies and officials in certain countries to address specific situations and have been successful, as some have agreed for allowing crew change in their countries and have approved a standard of protocols to be followed. While we continue to stand side by side with our ship owners and seafarer group to encourage individual governments to act to improve the situation, we can only echo the words of the Union Secretary General on this matter on 12th June 2020, as this is an issue affecting our entire industry, not one company alone. So this was from my side, and I wholeheartedly thanks our crew for their patience, for their dedication. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Captain Basin. You are really a wonderful person, not only a person, human being. You are a wonderful employee, a colleague of our company. And thank you, Captain Vinod. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mrs. Neeta Jha. Thanks for joining us from Limassol, Cyprus. Thanks for sharing the mission and vision of MSc. And we also got to know what MSc is made of. And thanks a lot for taking up the issues of seafarers and for the welfare of seafarers, doing everything possible to get them back home with their families, as well as help those who want to join back to continue their employment. Thank you so much. I now invite Captain Bhuvnesh Puri, General Manager of Training, to take us to the next event.
Thank you, Captain Vinod. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. I want to tell you about MSc for all those who may not be knowing. Mediterranean Shipping Company is a global business engaged in shipping and logistics sector, present in 155 countries. MSc facilitates international trade between the world's major economies and among emerging markets across all continents. Founded in 1970 and headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. Since 1978, MSc is a privately owned organization driven by the Ponte family. A world leader in container shipping, MSc has evolved from one vessel operation into a globally respected business with 560 vessels and more than 70,000 staff. Msc Shipmanagement is a young MSc family member, which manages nearly 15,000 people, consisting of all shore staff at Limassol, India, Ukraine, Thailand, Kenya, and Philippine offices, including the crew on board our managed vessels and, of course, our cruise vessels. MSc Crewing Services India is a part of MSc Shipmanagement, operating out of our head office in Mumbai. Our other branch offices are in Delhi, Kolkata, Patna, Cochin, and Chennai. Altogether, we look after the manning and training of officers and crew for an ever-growing fleet, which today stands at 131 cargo vessels and 17 cruise vessels. In adherence to MSc cultures and values, we ensure our employees experience comfort, safety, and a pleasant work environment. Over the past few years, we have evolved into a young, dynamic workforce and a motivated staff. As our vision depicts a culture of care and compassion, we provide an easy work environment, inducting our staff and supporting them throughout the journey with us. Our leadership in corporate responsibility and sustainable excellence is driven by a bold and influential approach that encompasses values and ethics, environmental sustenance, and community and people. Thanks to the inspirational guidance and support from our Group Managing Director, Mr. Prabhat Jha, and of course, Managing Director, Captain MP Basin. The recognition which MSc has received speaks for its seafarers and office staff dedication, resulting from teamwork and mutual respect. Thank you. Thank you, Captain Bidu.
Thank you, Captain Puri. Thank you for introducing MSc. I'm sure there's a lot watching us on across the world and sure would be listening to what you just spoke about MSc. Thank you once again. Before I get on to the next item on my itinerary, I got few more people who have joined in. I would like to welcome Mr. Nish Vijaykularatna, the Vice President joining us from Nautical Institute, Sri Lanka. I also have Sri Hajra, former Chairman and Managing Director of Shipping Corporation of India, also joining for the event. Welcome to both of you and those who have joined us. Well, the next item is the one that we have been here for. I need to set up a few things. Just give me 30 seconds.
This is the very part.
Ms. Gillian, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So this is what we are here for, as I mentioned in the beginning of this event. The certificate of appreciation to Captain MP Basin and the entire MSc family. I request our CEO, Captain John Lloyd, to speak a few words of appreciation to Captain Basin and his team.
Well, Captain Basin, we've been hearing a great set of information, not only about what your organisation does, but I think what's come across loud and clear for me is the values that your organisation not only holds, but that shares with other people. And I think that is the mark of proper leadership. And proper leadership when things are easy is dead easy in itself. Proper and effective leadership in an empathetic way in difficult times is far more challenging. And what we're hearing today are the great steps that you, as leader and your team, supporting your seafarers on board, recognising that there are real challenges out there, that the families are in need, the individuals are in need, takes direction, coordination, support and leadership. And so on behalf of the Nautical Institute, on behalf of the maritime community, I'm very pleased to award this certificate of appreciation to you, Captain Basin, and the team MSc. It's a great achievement, and just to express on behalf of us all, real thanks, heartfelt thanks, and as a token of our appreciation and support to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain John. I request our President, Ms. Gillian, to speak a few words of appreciation for Team MSc.
Thank you very much. And thank you to Captain Basim and to everyone who has spoken and who will be speaking. It is such a difficult time, and it's wonderful to hear of the compassion and the care that is being given, not only for those who are on board the vessel, but also those at home, and for supporting the crew change. To see the comments that are coming in on Facebook and the comments that we're hearing, it's such a wonderful organization. It seems like a very vibrant and energetic, diverse, and innovative organization to work with. So it's such a pleasure to recognize and to support the work that is happening, and to know that this will continue for some time. COVID's not going away. So your efforts that you are putting in place will be continuing and will be able to reap their benefit into the future. So thank you so much, and congratulations. And definitely, it says in grateful recognition of your hard work, and it's your hard work of you and the whole team that you have within MSc. So thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Gillian. I think Captain Basin must be really wanting to put his hands on the certificate. So I'm not going to make him wait anymore. I'm going to do use a little bit of technology here. As we know, we're all connected across the world. Even ships are connected to this event. So I'm going to use this technology. Let me see if I can do something to help Captain Basin. Okay. I've got a small trouble with my system.
Maybe you can do is just for a second, take it off the screen, and then get the email to be sent.
No, it's here. It's here. Okay. So here is the certificate of appreciation, and I'm not wasting any time. Captain Bazin, it's there in your inbox. Okay, message is sent for me. Pavitra, can you present your screen and let us know whether you've received the certificate?
Yeah.
Yes, I have received it on my email, Captain Vinod.
You've got it. Okay.
I've got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thanks, Pavitra, for confirming. That's great. Thanks to, I appreciate, and the team MSc, I believe, deserves the certificate of appreciation very much. Next item I have on my itinerary is a special person. He doesn't require any kind of introduction. He's everywhere, especially in the maritime industry in India. He was the chairman, the president of CMMI, secretary of CMMI. He's been receiving awards as in the welcome address, as you heard. He's everywhere. So why should I introduce? But I should tell you one thing about the next speaker, that, in this times of pandemic, where there has been severe impact on many of the operations, many challenges faced, it's more like a crisis. And I'm sure Captain Bazin must have faced a lot of challenges and hurdles over the last few months. But one thing I can assure you, knowing the person Captain Bazin is, he would have always had a smile on his face. He would have faced all the challenges with that smile on the face. That's what you can see on his face right away. So let me introduce Captain Bazin. As I mentioned, no introduction required. Let's hear it from the big man himself. Over to you, Captain Bazin.
Thank you, Captain Vinod. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Captain John Lloyd, CEO, Nautical Institute, London. Captain Tom Joseph, President, Nautical Institute, India, Southwest Branch. Ms. Gillian Jackson, President, Nautical Institute. Captain Joseph Alapat, DC, Cochin Port. Captain Vinod Naveen, Secretary, Nautical Institute, Southwest Branch. Our seafarers on board and on leave, Mr. Prabhat Jha. Our office colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to receive this appreciation from the respected and venerable Nautical Institute for our MSc team and our pivoted role in handling crew changeover crisis during pandemic. At the outset, let me say that our incredible seafarers, our wonderful shore staff at Msc Shipmanagement and Msc Crewing Services are the true deservers of this award. They are the true recipient of this award. They did all the incredible work. I am merely accepting this recognition on behalf of them. The tremendous support we got from MSc owners, Captain Giuliani Aponte and family, and our CEO, Group MD, Mr. Prabhat Jha, was a great motivation factor towards crew reliefs. Coming back to the crew changeover issues, this is indeed a major problem that none of us could have ever foreseen. It is one crisis that was unfolding at sea, while we ashore were watching in disbelief as it grew worse. Crew changes on ships were stopped. Industry leaders were calling for seafarers to be recognized as key workers to enable them to travel from ship to home and vice versa. Though the ships kept moving port to port around the world, our seafarers kept on doing their duties, running the supply chain on. But their reliefs came to of airlines world over created another big hurdle. MSc recognized the issue early on and took to approaching various international and national forums to plead for the cause of seafarers. In March itself, we started campaigning and sent various representations to DG Shipping, Home Ministry, Aviation Ministry, PMO in India to arrange charter flights, Ms. Neeta Jha, head of our group learning and organization development, sustainability and support services, was part of the International Chamber of Shipping Task Force to represent Swiss owners, which along with other body worked in conjunction with IMO to continue a protocol for safe crew change. At this same time, at ground level, we started moving the whole process forward, not only for our crew, but on behalf of the seafarer to whom we felt responsibility. We also had a large number of seafarers on cruise ships who were to be brought back. There were constant representation to various country governments and Indian embassies abroad for getting our crew back. We were in regular touch with our staff on leave to inquire about their welfare and provide all assistance. Our HR cell, our all field officers ensured that even the families of our staff on board were regularly contacted and provided all assistance as necessary. This brought lots of understanding among the seafarers and our staff. We conducted live webinar. We are the only company as of now who has conducted a live webinar meet with our ships, where the management themselves came face to face with all the seafarers. Their queries were openly discussed, issues were discussed, and they were answered. We felt it is important that to understand each other and share the issues for the possible solutions. Then the DG Shipping SOP came for the crew release in Indian ports. I'll be taking you to the scenario how it unfolded here. They allowed the crew change for the vessels calling in Indian ports. But there were other challenges of getting seafarers to join ship from port to their home state and vice versa. There was only means of transportation was the road transport, for which we have to get various state government passes and along with the DG Shipping e-pass. However, it was never slowed us down. It has never slowed us down. Rather, it made our MSc team more strong and competent dealing with the various issues that we were facing. And we got excellent support from all authorities. From 22nd May onwards, we were able to get the permission for charter flight to bring our crew members back. Our cruise crew people flew from South Africa, Italy, Brazil, Dubai. I would like to mention here, the largest plane ever chartered for the crew relief was done by MSc when we flew 400 crew members in a plane from Rome to Mumbai in June. Thereafter, the industry representations and support from the DG Shipping, Seafarers charter flight was allowed to operate from India. Everyone knows how shipping companies took part in such industry charter flights for crew reliefs. We started sending our crew on board on a charter flight from India to Doha or Colombo, and onward they were joining on the commercial flights. Same way the people were able to sign off and come back. But this was only possible where the air traffic was on, where the commercial flights were on. In between, MSc chartered own flight as our numbers were huge. And on our chartered flight, we brought stranded Indian nationals back home to India with no cost to them. We have done it in several times on our chartered flights. But our strength is not in numbers alone. MSc Cruising Services India is committed to doing the right thing, conducting ourselves in a legal, ethical, trustworthy manner, upholding our regulatory obligations, and complying with both the letter and spirit of our business policies. Very close to our heart are our MSc values. I would like to name them. We have passion. We are in continuous evolution. We care for people. We believe in equal opportunities, and we are family company. Every employee of MSc, seafarer or office staff has been the example to carry on with above values as they motivate us and make us strong to do the right thing. At MSc Crewing Services, we treat our staff as members of our families, leaving no stone unturned, providing assistance by way of repatriation, compensation, relief, rehabilitation to any of our family at sea or ashore. This is why we can boast of a retention rate of 98%. I salute our seafarers who bravely and resolutely withstood the additional sea duty imposed on them by the coronavirus pandemic. Yet, there are many more patiently awaiting their turn to go home and be with their families. They are physically and mentally fatigued by the long period on board ship, but they are doing so in silence, trusting and believing in us. We are doing everything possible for crew reliefs, chartering flights, diverting vessels, delaying vessels at port to catch up with the charter flights, finding new ports suitable for crew reliefs, and we will continue to do so. Once again, my thanks to the Nautical Institute, whose recognition will be an inspiration to all of us to do just a little bit extra for our Indian seafarers. I conclude with a quote from our founder and chairman, Captain Gianluigi Aponte. He says, "Ours is a business built on a genuine passion for the sea, on undeniable nautical heritage, and on an unfaltering commitment to people and communities." Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain Bhasin, first for accepting the certificate of appreciation on behalf of the MSc family. You thoroughly deserve it. Thank you for all the initiative that you have taken and you're continuing to take for the seafarers. Listening to your speech, I was wondering when you said, you had to approach many authorities and you got permission. I was thinking, how can the authorities refuse when a person like you with a smile on your face approach them? It was great work from you. And to prove that every word that you spoke is true, I have two heroes. The next two items in my itinerary are the real heroes. I have first Captain Rahul Patania, who will vouch for what Captain Bhasin just spoke about, who recently signed off from MSc Isabella. So he will share with us the experience that he had signing off from MSc Isabella. Over to you, Captain Rahul.
Thank you, Captain Vinod. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of the Nautical Institute, London and India, Mrs. Neeta Jha, Captain M.P. Bhasin and Captain Puri from MSc, and Captain Joseph Alapat, DC Cochin. It is indeed an honor to be able to talk in front of such distinguished audience. I am Captain Rahul Patania. I am working with MSc since last 18 years, and I feel this is one of the best organizations to work for. A market leader led by a hands-on top management, all of whom have been seafarers before, highly motivated, practical in approach, and always one phone call away from the master. My last contract was on MSc Isabella, which happened to be one of the biggest container vessels in the world. Very thankfully to the top management, Indian seafarers are getting the experience to work on such ships. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the crew change was not being allowed in various ports with stringent requirements. All my crew became overdue and were anxious. It took one phone call to Captain Bhasin, who understood the situation and assured crew sign-off. Mr. Prabhat Jha and Captain M.P. Bhasin worked with the owners to arrange vessel diversion to India only to carry out crew change, ignoring commercial interests. All the last-minute obstacles were tackled by Captain Bhasin and his team, who were found to be working even at midnight just to ensure our sign-off. We were given proper advice for safety protocol during the pandemic while we were on ships, during sign-off, and now during quarantine, which greatly helped us. Even while we were on ships, MSc office kept in regular contact with our families for their welfare or any requirements. We are thankfully heading home for a vacational family time. But MSc team are still working round the clock to ensure crew change in different parts of the world, which will be a never-ending process until this pandemic is over. I and my crew are indeed very thankful for all the special efforts you have taken for our timely sign-off. Captain Bhasin sir, we are grateful to you for always having the seafarers' interest in your heart and selflessly 24 hours available to us for solving any trouble that we are in. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Captain Rahul. Please have a relaxing and enjoy your holidays and vacation.
Thank you, sir.
We are running slightly behind schedule, but I don't think anybody minds it. Ultimately, as I mentioned, this is an event for our fellow seafarers and all those who have been working behind the scenes. So without taking much of the time, let me invite our next hero. He's joining from the ship. I don't know, Captain A.K. Das, where your ship is. Please come in. Over to you. Captain A.K. Das from MSc Meena. Are you connected?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Because I'm right now on a vessel and I don't know how good the internet is at the moment.
You're perfect. You're loud and clear. Please go on, Captain Das.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Heartiest congratulations to Captain MP Bhasin and his team for his unwavering and almost fanatic zeal in arranging for crew change during this extremely challenging and unpredictable global pandemic. All of them have been working tirelessly to integrate and make possible the much sought after crew relief plans. However, a few key challenges the seafarers are facing. Seafarers are still not treated as designated key workers. Still a lot of discrimination faced at airports, seaports, joining formalities around the world. The world must be made to realize that in a maritime trade and commerce, the ships may be the main body that carry out the trade and commerce. However, the seafarers are the soul of the service, without which everything grinds to a halt. MSc has given directions by all on board. We all know these are very challenging times faced not only by us on board ships, but even by people working ashore. Maintain social distancing and where all normal parameters of day-to-day. We appreciate various countries who understand the seafarers' issues and have permitted crew reliefs at their ports. But there are many countries who have still to start crew reliefs and they must come on board towards crew reliefs. There are flight restrictions too, and we are glad that MSc is chartering on their own as well as collaborating with shipping industry to combine charters towards crew relief. The detailed safety steps by MSc for joiners, including quarantine, time-bound COVID test, are very good. This is giving a comfort level to joiners as well as the crew who are already on board. We all are grateful to be working with MSc and our sincere thanks to MSc Geneva, MSc Cyprus and MSc India. May God grant more strength, patience and resilience to Captain Bhasin and his team, MSc, for their extraordinary efforts and endeavors in getting up to sign on and sign off. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain A.K. Das. You just made it, from on board the ship, from wherever you are, and we wish you and your crew safe seas. I think the point that Captain Das made is quite clear. I would just add on to say that today, most of the goods, in fact, almost all the goods that we use at our homes, offices, whatever, has got a seafarer's touch before the human touch. So that's how significant the seafarers are today to the lifeline of this global industry. Next up, I have, as I mentioned in the beginning of the event, Kerala is been on the international map for tourism. We have tourists coming from most of the international destinations as well as from other states of our country. And I would take this opportunity, actually, everybody's stressed up during this pandemic for last so many months, and we are all hoping, and let's hope that this time will get over as early. And I welcome you all to come down to Kerala to de-stress yourself and enjoy the backwaters of Kerala. But Kerala has been, especially Cochin, has also come on the international map. And the man to bring Cochin onto the international map is right here with us, Captain Joseph Alupat, the Deputy Conservator of Cochin Port Trust, who's been like a lighthouse standing there at Cochin Harbour and waving to those vessels going from east to west and west to east. Say, hey, look, here I am to facilitate whatever you need. Captain Joseph Alupat is the one which has led the operations of crew sign-on, sign-off at the Cochin port. And from the last update that I received, over 5,000 plus seafarers and more than 250, 300 ships are already stopped over at Cochin. And he has facilitated the sign-off and sign-off of many seafarers from most of the companies across the world. Over to you, Captain Joseph Alupat.
Yeah, many thanks, Vinod. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Right, thank you. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and maybe even good night to certain people who are on this webcast. And Ms. Gillian, President of the Nautical Institute, Captain Lloyd, CEO from London, and from the Nautical Institute Southwest Branch, Captain Tom Joseph, our President, and Vinod, our Secretary, and past presidents, Captain J.K. Thomas and Captain Menezes, and of course, the heroes of today, Captain Msc Bhasin and his wonderful team at the MSc, who are being recognized for all the hard work that they did. While you rightly mentioned about Cochin Port as such, I must clarify that I am here as the Vice President of the Nautical Institute Southwest Branch, and I'm very happy to be here and be part of this this function. And Captain Bhasin and MSc, I mean, they've been one of the companies which have done a fair number of ships here in Cochin. And Bhasin, Captain Bhasin, in his true style, when it all started and things were not very well settled, I used to get a few calls from him just to make sure how things would happen. So that's the kind of involvement that happens from the top in MSc, and that's no surprise that they have done this so well. When the top person is so involved in these operations, it is but natural for the operations to go off well. And full credit to MSc for what they have done. And we at the Nautical Institute and especially the Southwest Branch, we are happy to be part of it in any way we could help. And that's been in some ways positive. In some ways, we've been able to help directly. In fact, by the port that we have, and also in any of the support systems that we need, the Seafarer would need while he is in Cochin. So we are happy to contribute in a small way to this. But of course, the main heroes are the shipping companies that are doing this, and of course the seafarers who are bearing it out, because it's a lot less comfortable than catching an international flight and getting off in a tug in pretty rough monsoon weather and getting wet sometimes and getting back home. But we bear all these hardships as part of a seafarer's life. You can put a seafarer anywhere and he will find his way home, we say, and that's the way it is at this particular time. So having been a part of this, I would like to really recognize MSc for their efforts, and all the other companies also who are doing a great amount of work. And we are all in it together, and we are all in it to help in any way that we can. So the Nautical Institute is very happy to be recognizing all the heroes, so to speak, and heroines and everybody who's been part of this. And I'm very happy to be seeing Captain Bhasin again after I last saw him for National Maritime Day celebration a couple of years ago, Captain Basin. Of course, we've been speaking over the phone, but it's good to see you. And Captain Lloyd too. We remember your visit to Cochin a couple of years ago, which Captain Tom referred to right at the top. And we hope the rest of you will also come and visit Kerala, as Vinod was making a pitch, because if not for anything else, for crew change at least. So thank you all very much, and congratulations to MSc team led by Captain Basin. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you, Captain Joseph Alapat, and thank you for taking all the initiative and efforts for facilitating the crew sign-on, sign-off at Cochin Port.
Captain Vinod?
Yes, sir.
I just want to say something. When our first ship we were diverting to Cochin, Captain Alapat went out of the way to help us. We are indebted. And thereafter, we have diverted many vessels. And the largest vessel ever to call Indian shore is Msc Isabelle, which came to Cochin Port for the sign-off. And Captain Raul Badhania signed off from that. We are also indebted to Dr. Bina, our Cochin Port Trust chairperson, and all the officials involved. It was an excellent support we got from everywhere. Not only Cochin, I also must mention here, since I am here, from the Nhava Sheva, from Mundra, from the DG Shipping Office, Mr. Mitab, Captain Daniel. So many of them have been giving us excellent support all around. Thank you.
That's so nice of you, sir. So nice to hear that there are so many people who are recognizing the effort of seafarers. And that's exactly what I have in my thank you note. I have the seafarers as number one. So it's time for my thank you. And at the topmost of my list are the seafarers, the real heroes who are keeping the lifeline running, the ships running. So thank you to all the seafarers across the world to keep this lifeline running. I also thank the shore staff. I'm sure most of them must have spent a lot of sleepless nights. And I don't think they have something like the rest hours that we have on the ship. So most of them must have been spending a lot of sleepless nights to ensure that seafarers return home safely and join up with their family, as well as going through all these procedures and signing on seafarers. So thank you to all the shore staff who's made this happen. Captain MP Basin, I think probably I don't need to speak anything. Most of them on this event has spoken about Captain Basin and the personality that he has. Thank you once again, sir, for accepting our certificate of appreciation, and you thoroughly deserve it along with your MSc team. Thanks to MSc team, we have had people joining us from Genoa, Cyprus, all over the country. Thank you all of you for your efforts in helping the seafarers' welfare and signing on and signing off. I thank all the guests that we had on this event, patiently listening to us, following the netiquettes and protocol, and helping us with the cause of keeping this events on time. Thank you to all the guests. I also thank all the participants who are here, connected from various parts of the world, as I mentioned. I thank all the organizations. As I mentioned, we have the Himachal Seafarers Association, CMMI, IMEI, and so many organizations attending this event. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to all the members. I also thank the members of the Nautical Institute for coming forward and supporting us. I'm sure most of you, having listened to Mrs. Neeta Jha, Captain Puri, Captain Basin, and the two masters who spoke from the ship and the shore, that you would be probably wanting to get on one of these ships, one of these MSc ships. And you heard about the values and the ethics that MSc has. So I'm sure you must be wanting to get on board one of the ships. If you're really interested, this is where you need to be getting into. You can contact Captain Basin and his office, and they will do everything necessary to help you join up the MSc family, one of the greatest and largest companies that we have. You want to join up the Nautical Institute? You heard Ms. Gillian, we heard Captain Lloyd speak about Nautical Institute, Captain Tom Joseph, the Deputy Conservator, who is also the Vice President of our branch. If you would like to join up Nautical Institute, you can get in touch with any one of us, and we will only be happy to get you on board. I just wanted to tell you that I hope all of you must have heard about the offshore supply vessel Colonel S.P. Wahi, which recently rescued 16 fishermen of Mumbai High. So I just wanted to announce before we all leave, and I think I would be making Sri Hajra, the ex-CMD of SCI, a little happy. The next event that we have is for SCI. And it is on 14th of August at same time, 15:30 IST. I just got a confirmation from Mrs. H.K. Joshi, CMD SCI. Madam was kind enough to accept our offer, and SCI will be our next event. Please do join us. I welcome all of you to join us next event, which is best fit because we are just doing it one day before Independence Day, and that to a reputed company like SCI. And we might also have Mrs. Malini Shankar, ex-chairman, National Shipping Board, who is currently the Vice Chancellor of Indian Maritime University, joining us for this event. So thank you all for participating and being patiently listening in this event. Thank you all for participating. Please do join us for our next event, which is for SCI. And just before I leave, I would like to, I would like to just put up something which would probably describe who Captain Bhasin is. Jillian, you got my screen?
I had it and it's disappeared. It was up there for a second and I don't see it now.
Yeah,
There it is. Lovely. It's wonderful.
So let me put up. Okay, let me put it up. Okay, this is Captain Bhasin. During the 2018 Kerala floods, along with other MASA members and MSc, giving a donation to the Chief Minister, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan. So that's what I said is about Captain Bhasin, a true leader, right up in the front, leading from the front, smiling face, and he's all over. Thank you once again, Captain Bhasin, Team MSc, and thank you to all.
Captain Bhasin, it's been a real pleasure to have you here and to see so many wonderful comments that we have seen up on the Zoom group chat, as well as on the Facebook page. So even just during this event on the Facebook page, it's got over 2,000 people have been reached through this event, plus all of those us on the Facebook page. Now, I believe, Captain Naveen, we were just going to also see if everyone could put their cameras on for just 1 second before we leave so we could grab some photos.
Yes. As per the request of our president, we would request all of you to have your cameras on. No protocols anymore. Those who come, first serve. And we would like to take a picture of you on the screen.
And please feel free as well to take your own pictures. So, Captain Naveen, that means you as well.
Yeah, sorry.
You have done so much together.
We met 2 years ago.
Seconds and get some screenshots. I'm doing a few. I have to Google. We've got 3 screens worth of people here, so it takes a few times to go around.
Anyway, heartiest congratulations once again, Mahendra, and to the entire MSc team. I am also very proud of my SCI team and also congratulate them in advance. God bless the seafaring community. God bless the maritime industry.
Thank you, Hajra sir.
Thank you very much, Ajaz sir.
Captain Bhasin, greetings from Ukraine and congratulations with this recognition, which is really something what you deserve. Thanks to you and your team.
Bashir, this is from Sri Lanka branch. So heartiest congratulations for achievement and the MSc and to the Nautical Institute from Sri Lanka branch. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Captain Meneses, your mic is off, is on mute. Captain Meneses, your mic is on mute. Captain Meneses, please unmute your mic. Yes.
Captain Bhasin, congratulations to you and to all the team. A lot of familiar faces, and I do hope better things to come in the near future. All the very best. Great working with you in CMMI.
Thank you, Captain Mendes. You have been my mentor You are the one who took me and we opened a CMI Dehradun chapter many years back. Thank you.
2010, 10 years
Yes,
ago.
2000,
Yeah.
yes, almost 10 years.
Lovely, lovely, sir. Lovely. Hi, John.
John, nice to see you. Nice to see so many people here. And what a great event. Captain Vinod, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Can I go to the cricket now?
Yeah.
Sorry for holding up your London match, Captain John.
Captain Bhasin, congratulations for the excellent performance, and we are all proud of you and your team for this prestigious award. And as I said, I wish you all the very best and many more such awards for you.
Thank you, Subbu. Thank you so much. And Jillian, I just sent you a privately a chat. Captain Ephraim from Australia sends his personal regards.
Oh, wonderful.
We have sailed together. He told me, please mention it. Thank you.
So you got your pictures? Great. So just before you log out, I would just want to put this up on screen. Okay. So once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Captain Vinod. Thanks, everybody. Nice to see you.
Vinod, wonderful. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thanks, Captain Bhasin.
Thank you. Bye. Good day to all.
Bye bye. Good day.
Lovely weekend.
Thank you very much and goodbye.